Today, I got a blister on my eyeball. So today, I went with my neighbor to the store, we got lunch, and then we went to the shooting range to do some target practice. So I was shooting a 9mm Glock. I only had 50 rounds to shoot through, so I shot through all of them. I threw my target away, packed away the firearm, and then I was like, well, he's got a few more rounds. He was shooting through a .22 pistol, long rifle, .22. So we had used this ammunition before with the .22 pistols, and it was a cheaper ammunition. It spits out these little bits of like partially burned gunpowder, and you would feel it sometimes. You'd shoot, you feel like these little, ooh, ouch, that's weird, like this little piece, this speck of partially burned gunpowder that was still burning, and it'd land on your arm and it would sting a little bit because it was still burning. And I thought in my mind, man, this is why you wear eye protection when you go shooting, because this would really hurt. And I thought in that moment, this was a few weeks ago, I was like, boy, that would really hurt if it got in my eye. I'm so glad I have eye protection. So today, while I was shooting, I was wearing eye protection, but I was wearing sunglasses. So naturally, it tints what you see a little bit. It's not the most ideal. I couldn't find my actual eye protection. I was just using sunglasses. So I get done shooting, I pack my gun away, what have you, and I go stand behind over his right shoulder. And at this point, I'm like, I'm far enough away from him where I don't really need eye protection, which was a mistake. So I took off my sunglasses, and I'm looking over his shoulder, and he's shooting the .22, and I can see it's a very dirty round. I think this ammunition, I don't know what brand it was, but it was really cheap, and it didn't work very well, and it would cause the gun to sometimes jam, which is really annoying. And then all of a sudden, he pops off another round, and boom, sure enough, I get a speck of that powder in my eye. And I knew exactly what happened because it was like, oh, ouch. And it was in my eye, and I was like, I thought this would hurt so much more. It didn't even hurt that bad, but it did scare me because I was like, oh, man, I don't know how much of it got in my eye. And my eye started watering a little bit. I didn't even say anything because I didn't want to cause a scene or whatever. I don't know. I just didn't say anything. So I wipe my eye, and it's already starting to feel a little bit better. Like, it stings a little bit, but it feels like, I think I've had more pain when I've gotten like a bug in my eye on a bike ride or something like that. It hurt more when a bug got in my eye than when this partially burned gunpowder got in my eye. So long story short, it actually caused a little blister to form on my eye. And right now it's just in my peripheral vision. So if I look off to my left there, well, that would make sense because it's stationary. It's not like moving around. If I look straight at the lens right now, I can just kind of see this little cloudiness. Like, it's just enough to be far enough on the cornea that's close enough to the iris to where I can see that little blister. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this heals. So the moral of this story is wear your dang eye protection when you're in the shooting range, especially watching somebody shoot, because you never know when an empty shell is gonna, pop off the wall, bounce off the wall, and hit you in the face. You don't know. It happens. It happens a lot. You don't know. It could be, you might be that lucky lottery winner, and the gun could disassemble while it's being fired and hurt you. So when you're shooting and you have the ability and you have the option to wear eye protection, do it! I will now. This could have been worse. If this thing was like in the center of my vision, it would be much more annoying. I think it's going to heal, but it's kind of a wake-up call, like, what are you doing, man? Wear your eye protection. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.